Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle Clip Studio Paint Wednesday tutorial, and in this I'm going to show you how to create spray designs, scatter designs as well as focus lines, and that's using this tool. Just go over here and the figure, so just select it, an unusual name. Now this is the same in PC or Mac. Just go there and then go to the subtool detail, and that's the key one. You've also got this subtools, and you've got a load of obviously subtools already set up. This one, scattered focus lines, is probably the best start point. So just simply click it. It's in the focus lines. Now you may have a slightly different version of this depending if you've got an older version. And you can find all the panels in window. So you can just go there and you can see tool, subtool, but subtool detail is probably the best feature. Color set is also useful because you can change the colors very quickly. So you can do that. And then go here. Scattered focus lines, you can see, and the first one is focus lines. Now I'm just going to delete these. So layer and flatten image. Now they're all separate layers. You can create separate layers or you can just put them to a single layer. Undo and fill, and I'm just going to fill it with white. And I'm not going to show every single feature of this, but the key one here is, I think, is destination layer in focus lines. You can draw on the current layer, which is great. You can apply over and over again. But if you go for this one, always create focus line layer. It will create a new layer each and every time it applies. So just apply, and this time, oh, it's because it's got white. Let's just set white. Now apply it. Helps. If you apply it with white on a white background, it's white, which is strange enough. And you can see you can create a variety of designs using this approach. And you can also, of course, create that. And that will create a different design. And that's using a rectangle. There's also other options as well. But let's undo. And also you can add it to the focus line layer itself. You can also use this, use radial line. I'm not going to go through that one, but I'm going to go to this one, make curve, because this one's very useful. Make curve, drag and release. Hold down the Command or Control key, depending if you're on a PC or Mac. So if you do that, and then you'll see this. Personally, it's nicer with a circle. I've gone with a square at this point, but if you're going with that square option, and there's a variety of different options, shapes, you can see now you've got this red. And you just hold it down, and you can go to the red there, and you can click there, and you can just drag out. And as you do that, you'll get this nice little twirl effect. And also, release at any time. Now, it's sometimes a good idea to release, drag, modify things, and you can see that just tweaked it slightly. Release and drag. If you go and apply it, drag one, drag the other, they will both drag at the same time, which is not so convenient unless you want that effect. So you can see and create a different variety of designs simply from that. And this curve, you can see now, if you go to layers, let's just go to the layers pane, you see you've got this layer here, which you can delete. You can always delete it. If you don't want it, simply delete. And you can delete the other one. Obviously that was one that was the white on white. However, you've also got this, you've got figure. And now I'm using a rectangle. So the rectangle one is okay. Nothing wrong with the rectangle one. Personally, I generally go with the default, which is ellipse. And at any time, if you want to set it back, just go down here, reset all settings to default. So I'm not going to set that now. I'm just going to go with what would have been the default. Shape operation, start from center. Well, you can see it starts from center when I apply. Adjust angle off. Again, there's a lot of different options. Brush size. Now you can increase the brush size, and it's really useful because this feature has got this lovely preview. So you can see what happens. You can increase it and you've got these real strong dark lines. If you apply it, you can see the dark lines there. So it's a great way of creating some very quick lines. And you can add some distortion to this, disarray, or randomization. You don't have that on, you could have it like that. Drawing interval, you can move that and you can get more intense by reducing it down. And you can do that for the spray as well. When I get to the spray, you've got grouping, just groups it in different ways. There, disarray again, you can add some disarray, so it randomizes a bit. And you can also change the gap. Virtually solid there, so apply it, and you can see you just get that effect of just like seeing the whole of space is covered in black and you've got that bright sun. It's great for creating stars. So let's just undo. And again, you notice when you apply it, I should just apply it again. You can see if I again hold down the Command or Control, you got these. And you can modify that. And you can see then you get bursts of, you see what happens if I hold both down. And again, you can change this, drag that, and you can see you get a nice twirling effect with your design. And again, remove it. You can delete the layer or just keep it. Delete, yes. Drawing position, you've got length, you can modify that. Let's just change that gap, it's a bit, right, just put that there. Drawing position, length, disarray. Again, you've got a lot of randomization here. Inner, outer, you can create some like nice little bursts, just do that. You can get that sort of effect. You can change the origin as well, the center part. You've also got outer, so you just apply that, and again, you get a different effect. Now, personally, I would just keep it the inner side, so I just go with that. But you can change it. Uneven reference position, you can change this and apply it, and then you'll get slight different changes and gaps from that central point. So you don't start all at the same place. So you can just create nice changes around there. Ink. Opacity, so you can reduce it down to make it very transparent. You've also got blending modes, and you can set that to be anything. So difference. Let's just change the colour. So let's just go for blue. You see blue there. Apply it. And now, of course, because of difference, it goes to be brown. And you can apply it again. And you can see the effect of applying it again. That's creating a new layer, but the new layer obviously is different, so you can see the effect clashes. Anti-aliasing, obviously you can change that, make it there. You've got options here, strong, medium, up to you. Brush shape, and you've got literally thousands of different brushes you can use. So you decide, you know what, I want this one, spray. So apply brush shape, and now you can see you've got brush with the spray effect straight away. So if I apply it now, let's just apply it. And you can see the result of that. You can see this like a pencil drawing spray effect going from that central point. Brush tip, you can modify that. You can change the hardness, change the materials. You can got circles. You can go for a variety of different designs. Change the thickness, so you can reduce it down, reduce that down, and vertical. Sometimes it's very subtle. If you click there, you can see it. There is a change, but it's very. Also, you can change the brush density, make it a lot thinner. So let's just create that, and you can see the effect there. It's a lot softer using the brush density, and that's in the brush tip. And also you've got adjust brush density. There's so many features. So spraying effect. I'll get there eventually. Spraying effect. Here's the spraying effect. And you can modify that. And sometimes you can push it too high. So you can just push it like that and you can see the effect there. Particle density, reduce it down. Brush size. That obviously changes depending on the brush size here. Spray deviation, you can modify that. Direction of particle, you can change that, the direction of it, and that will just change how it's applied in that design. So again, just apply it, and you can see the effect there. Reduce that. And again, you can, of course, just go for brush tip. You change this, the angle, density, and they all work together. Most of the features work and create all kinds of combinations. And you can, of course, save it, which is really useful. So spray effect, you've got that, spray deviations, you've got stroke as well. You've got gap, blend brush with darken. You can set odd things that just maybe add subtle. But texture, you can also click there and you can set it to canvas. Click OK. See that, you can just see it just changes it slightly. Obviously the texture just adds an additional effect. You've got brightness, so you can tweak that. Contrast, texture mode, again, overlay, blend. Some colour burn will change it subtly. Corrections, as well as starting end, brush size, etc. There's a lot of variation as well. And again, got all these. Click here, apply that, click apply brush, and you can see you get a different spray effect. Or this one, pen. Again, spraying effect there, spray effect. Extend that out. Again, push it too far. Now, if you push that particle size up too much, it ends up becoming sort of just solid lines because it's just lots and lots of dots. Particle density you might want to reduce down, and now you can apply it. So you've got that design. You can apply it again from that centre. And again, you can apply it again. These are all layers which you can then move and manipulate. Drag that out and you can see the spray effect there. And of course, once you've created these designs, like this, just you maybe move it different positions, you can always go and apply effects. So any kind of effect can be applied. But remember, they're actually layers. So the result will be just applied to that layer. If you want to apply it to the whole lot, just go here. Layer and flatten image. That will flatten it. And then you can go to filter and you go to blur and radial blur. And then you can see the effect there. You can set the settings to obviously 20 or 30, whatever it is, the max, both directions, and you can go with box or smooth and click OK and apply it that way. And of course you can change colours and go and apply it again. Create all kinds of different colour effects. Maybe go with green, apply it on top of that, and again layer and flatten image, filter, blur and radial blur again, and click OK. So literally thousands of different designs can all be created from this, from the subtool detail. You can explore a whole range of different sprays, shapes, different angles. Let's say my favourite one, probably of all of them, I think, you've got this option to turn around and make it twirled, which I really like. I think that's just great for you. I wish it was extended even more. So I think it's just a great load of options that you can explore in Clip Studio Paint. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Will you be using this? Do you think it's a great feature? Do you think the figure tool... Why did they go with the word figure? It doesn't seem to make much sense, particularly. It's not really a figure. Personally, over here, these are figures. So it's slightly confusing that they called it figure over here. Very strange. But still, hope you found this of interest. Bye.